95% of you are doing keto wrong. Here's how to do it right. You've been doing keto for 3 months. You cut the bread. You stop the sugar. You eat eggs and bacon every morning. You even downloaded a macro app on your phone. And yet, the weight is not moving. Your blood sugar is still creeping up. Your knees still ache. You're still tired by 2 in the afternoon. And you're thinking, maybe keto just doesn't work for me. I want to stop you right there. Because here's what I've seen after working with hundreds of patients over 60. It's not keto that's failing you. It's how you're doing keto. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 most common mistakes that are silently keeping you stuck and exactly what to fix, starting tonight. Stay with me. Because the third mistake, most doctors don't even know about it, and it could be the one thing that's been ruining your results this whole time. Before we dive in, let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret came to me at 67. She had type 2 diabetes for 11 years. She'd tried everything. She started keto on her own, and after 2 months, she came back frustrated. Nothing had changed. We sat down together, and within 10 minutes, I found 3 mistakes she was making, all of them very common, all of them very fixable. 6 months later, her A1C dropped from 8.2 to 5.9. She was off 2 of her medications, and she had lost 22 pounds. Same woman, same keto, just done right. That's what we're doing today. Now, you might be wondering, why is keto harder for people over 60? This is a really important question, and almost nobody talks about it. When you're in your 30s, your body is forgiving. You make a mistake, your metabolism corrects it. But after 60, several things change, and they change in ways that make standard keto advice completely wrong for your body. First, your insulin resistance is deeper. It took decades to build up. It's not going to reverse in 3 weeks. You need a different level of commitment to the process. Second, your metabolism has slowed. What works for a 45-year-old woman may not work for a 65-year-old woman. The thresholds are different. The timelines are different. Third, your kidneys, your liver, your electrolyte balance, all of it changes with age. And keto, when done incorrectly, puts stress on exactly these systems. So when someone 60 or older tells me keto didn't work, I don't believe them. I believe they were given advice that was designed for someone 20 years younger, and that's not their fault. That's a knowledge gap, and we're going to close it right now. Mistake number 1, you're eating too much protein. This one surprises almost everyone. When people first hear about keto, they think cut carbs, eat fat, and protein. Simple. But here's the problem. Protein, when eaten in large amounts, gets converted into glucose by your liver. It's a process called gluconeogenesis. And for seniors especially, this can completely knock you out of ketosis without you ever eating a single carb. I see this constantly. Someone is eating perfect keto on paper. No bread, no sugar, no rice. But they're eating 8 ounces of chicken breast at every meal, plus protein shakes, plus eggs. Their glucose is still high. They wonder why. This is why. Here's the number you need to know. For most people over 60, you want between 0.6 and 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your ideal body weight, not your current weight, your ideal weight. If your goal weight is 150 pounds, that's about 90 to 120 grams of protein per day, spread across meals, not in one sitting. And here's the key. The quality of your protein matters more than the quantity. Fatty cuts of meat, eggs with the yolk, salmon, sardines, these are better than lean chicken breast and whey protein shakes, which spike your glucose and insulin more than you realize. Fix this one mistake, and many of you will see results within the first week. Now, mistake number 2 is something I call the hidden carb problem, and it's sneaking into almost every senior's kitchen right now. Don't skip this one. Are you eating any of the following? Flavored yogurt, store-bought almond milk, keto-labeled granola bars, low-carb tortillas, sugar-free candy sweetened with maltitol, salad dressings from the bottle, peanut butter with added ingredients. Every single one of these can contain enough carbohydrates or sugar alcohols that spike insulin to completely erase your ketosis. This is the hidden carb problem. And it is rampant in the senior keto world because many people rely on packaged keto-friendly foods. The label says 5 net carbs, but the way your body, your aging body, processes that food can be very different from what the label promises. Here's my rule for seniors. If it comes in a package with a keto label, be suspicious. Real keto food doesn't need a label that says keto. What does real keto food look like? Eggs, butter, meat, fish, cheese, non-starchy vegetables, leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, avocado, olive oil, heavy cream. That's it. That's the list. You don't need complicated recipes. You don't need keto bread. You don't need keto pasta. Those foods exist to make money, not to heal your body. Go back to basics. Clean, whole, real food. That's the foundation. Mistake number 3, and this is the one most doctors don't talk about. It might be the most important thing I say in this entire video. Are you actually in ketosis? I don't mean, are you following a keto diet? I mean, has your body actually shifted into burning fat for fuel? Do you know for certain that ketosis is happening inside you right now? Because here's the truth. You can eat keto and never reach meaningful ketosis. And if you're not in ketosis, you're not getting the metabolic benefits. You're just eating a low-carb diet, which helps, but it's not the same thing. The only way to know is to measure. Now, I know some of you are using urine strips. I want to talk about this. Urine strips measure ketones in your urine, and early in your keto journey, they can be useful. But over time, as your body becomes more efficient at using ketones, fewer of them spill into the urine. A negative urine strip does not mean you're not in ketosis. It might mean your body is getting better at keto. The most accurate way to measure? Blood ketones. A simple finger stick, just like a blood sugar test. You want to see a reading between 0.5 and 3.0 millimoles per liter. That's therapeutic ketosis. Breath meters are also available and are easier to use daily. They're not as precise, but they give you a direction. Why does this matter so much for seniors? Because when you measure, you learn. You start to see, oh, that keto-friendly muffin I had yesterday brought my ketones from 1.2 down to 0.1. That's real information. That's feedback you can act on. Without measurement, you're navigating in the dark. With measurement, you have a map. If you're serious about getting results, and I believe you are, or you wouldn't still be watching, get a ketone meter. It is the single most powerful tool I can recommend. We've covered protein, hidden carbs, and measurement. But mistakes 4 and 5, these are the ones that specifically sabotage seniors. One of them has to do with your electrolytes. The other has to do with something almost no one connects to keto. Keep watching. Mistake number 4, you're ignoring electrolytes, and it's hurting you. When you do keto correctly, your kidneys excrete more sodium. That's a fact. And when sodium goes down, your body also loses potassium and magnesium. These 3 electrolytes are critical for your heart, your muscles, your nerves, and your energy. For a 30-year-old, the body adapts. For someone over 60, the drop in electrolytes can feel devastating. I hear this all the time from seniors starting keto. I feel terrible. I have headaches. My legs are cramping at night. I'm dizzy when I stand up. I'm exhausted. This is called the keto flu. But it's not really a flu. It's electrolyte depletion. And it is completely preventable. Here's what I recommend. Salt your food generously. Real salt, sea salt, Himalayan pink salt. Don't be afraid of it. The old advice to avoid sodium was not designed for people on keto. Add potassium through food, avocados, leafy greens, salmon, and magnesium. This one is especially important for seniors. Most of us are already deficient in magnesium before we even start keto. Add a magnesium glycinate supplement at night. It helps with leg cramps, helps with sleep, helps with blood sugar regulation. Drink enough water. Many seniors are chronically mildly dehydrated. On keto, your water needs increase. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses per day. More if you're active. Fix your electrolytes, and many of the symptoms you've been blaming on keto will disappear within 48 hours. Mistake number 5. You're eating too often, and it's blocking fat burning. This one might be the hardest to hear, but it's also the one with the most immediate payoff. Many seniors have been told to eat small meals throughout the day, every 3 to 4 hours. Keep your blood sugar stable. Never let yourself get hungry. I understand why that advice was given, but on keto, it is working against you. Here's why. Every time you eat, even if it's a perfectly keto meal, you raise your insulin. And as long as insulin is elevated, your body cannot burn stored fat. It doesn't matter how low carb the meal is. Insulin is the gatekeeper. To burn fat, you need insulin to fall low, and insulin falls low when you're not eating. This is the principle behind intermittent fasting, and it is one of the most powerful tools you can combine with keto, especially if you're over 60 and dealing with insulin resistance. I'm not asking you to skip meals. I'm asking you to compress your eating window. Start simple. Stop eating by 7 in the evening. Don't eat again until 10 or 11 the next morning. That gives you a 15 to 16-hour window where your insulin is low and your body is burning fat. You don't need to jump straight to one meal a day. You don't need to suffer. Just start by extending that overnight fast. Many of my patients over 60 who added this one change without altering anything else started losing a pound or two per week when they had been stuck for months. Your body is designed to fast. We evolved without 3 meals a day plus snacks. You are not going to hurt yourself by waiting until mid-morning to eat. You're going to heal yourself. Let me bring this all together for you. If you are over 60 and keto is not working the way you hoped, here is what I want you to do this week, just this week, starting tonight. 1. Write down everything you ate today. Count your protein grams. Are you over 120? Cut it back and switch to fattier sources. 2. Look in your pantry. Remove anything with a keto label that comes in a package. You can give it away or throw it away. Replace it with real food. 3. Order a ketone meter online or pick one up at your pharmacy. Start measuring your ketones 3 mornings a week before breakfast. Write the number down. Learn your body. 4. Add salt to your meals today. Take magnesium glycinate tonight before bed. Drink a large glass of water when you wake up tomorrow. 5. Move your dinner 30 minutes earlier this week. Move it another 30 minutes earlier next week. Slowly extend your overnight fast towards 16 hours. These are not dramatic changes. They are small, consistent adjustments. And that is exactly how healing works after 60. Not with dramatic overnight transformations, with steady, measurable progress that compounds over weeks and months. Margaret didn't transform in a day. She transformed in 6 months, one small fix at a time, and so can you. Now, before you go, I want to make sure you're set up for success. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It tells me to keep making content like this, and it helps other seniors who are struggling with the same questions find their way here. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Every week, I bring you science-based, practical information about metabolic health, specifically designed for people over 60. And in the comments below, I want you to answer one question. Which of these 5 mistakes were you making? Just drop a number, 1 through 5, or tell me your story. I read every single comment, and your story might help someone else who is exactly where you were. And finally, if you want to go deeper, I have a complete guide linked below. It walks you through exactly how to set up keto for a body over 60, including meal templates, electrolyte protocols, and how to read your ketone numbers. It's free. The link is in the description. You didn't come this far to stay stuck. You came this far to get better. So let's do this together. I'll see you in the next video.